Hello, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so we're using Orphalese software. I sort of wanted to get a little bit into what is Orphalese software. Now, it is a software that you can download by orphalese.net. Okay, orphalese.net. So you can download it. Now, when you download, you only have 3 decks. Okay, so when you download, you have like 2 or 3 decks. Now, the first deck that you would have would be this traditional tarot here. So let me just choose a card anyway. So let me just show you. So just traditional Rider-Waite-Smith type of energy. Okay, so that would be the first deck that you would get. Now, when using Orphalese software with the traditional tarot deck, now you do have cards. Now, let me just pop up. Okay, so do that. See, as you can see here. So it says here, Cups 5, some common associations: sorrow, loss, broken relationships, disillusionment, the need to start again, angry, self-knowledge, inheritance, letting go, unused talents, and sacrifice. So it just gives you some idea of what the cards could mean. Here we've got Page of Wands, some common associations: dependable, affectious, dependable, affectious, enthusiasm for life, a lively disposition, daring action, inventive, striking out in the world. And then for strength, we've got strength, courage, conviction, dynamism, self-control, action, resolve, ability. So, but then you can, so that's what comes with the deck, is one of the decks that come with the Orphalese software is the traditional tarot, which is a Rider-Waite-Smith type of imagery. Okay, so that comes with it. Now you can adjust your keywords for that. I'm not going to do it in this video. I just want to show you that some of the decks that you can get when you download. When you download it for free, you're only going to get 3 decks that you can use with the software. If you want to use more, then you've got to pay for it, which is worth it. Telling you, it's worth it. Okay, so that's the first one. So let's put that away. Let's gather the cards up. Just to show you, this is the decks that you can get. Okay, and then another deck that you can get. Let me just load this in demand so I can get the Imperatrix. Okay, so it just takes a minute to go through because I do it where you load on demand. So tarot, and I want Marseille style decks because it's the Imperatrix. Okay, just takes a second to do. Imperatrix, right, let's see. Oh, I might have to look at that. Okay, so let's just to show you some of the cards. Let's have a look. So as you can see, we've got Ace of Coins, the Lovers here, just 5 of Swords. So you can sort of see it as very sort of Tarot de Marseille style, even though the the pip cards are not really, but just to sort of show you. There we are, there's your cups. There, just want to show you the suits. This might take a minute. There's the wands. There's the world. Magician. So we've got cups. Oh, there's your coins. So there you go. Just to give you an idea. There's cups there. There's your coins. There's your swords. There's your wands. Some of the mages there. And, of course, some of the court cards there. Just to give you an idea. Okay. So let's put that one away. Everything takes a moment when you're doing this. Okay, now it can also Now, for some reason, you also get Tarot of Dreams. Okay. Now, remembering this is just personal use, learning. When you're getting these decks that come from different creators, you're not using them for reading for others or anything like that. You're just reading them. You're just using this as an idea to see what the decks are like, and then you can order these decks if you want to. So just to show you that this is what comes with the Orphalese software. Okay, so you're doing them just so that you can learn to see what the decks are about. Some of the decks, when they come from other artists, other creators, you're doing it just to sort of see what the decks are like and what you can do with them. So let's have a look and see what else. Now, you also get Eclectic Tarot. Now, I'm not sure, whoops, what I've actually got. Rider-Waite Smith, Eclectic Tarot deck, sorry. Oh, keep doing that. I'm not doing this very well today. Eclectic Tarot Community. Okay, so this is one of the decks that come through. And they're done by different artists. So you're going to get, so this is a very collab type of deck. You're going to get with lots of different artworks and things like that. Okay, so any sort of deck that comes, I'm not sure which one it is actually that comes in. Could have been, let me just see this. Maybe it's the third and fourth. It might have been the third and fourth. Okay, so it's this one here, I think. So as you can see, you're going to get different artworks from different artists. I'm not going to go through all the cards, of course. But again, you're using it just to sort of learn tarot, muck around with the tarot, use them for posts maybe, but you're not using them for doing huge readings for other people or anything like that. Readings for yourself, maybe for friends and family, but you're not charging for your readings if you're using these decks. Okay, the only decks, if you're going to be doing them for email readings or things like that, are decks that you've actually got physically yourself or decks that you've created yourself. Okay, they're the ones that you sort of want to use for paid readings, are decks that you've created or decks that you've physically got on hand for yourself. Okay, so that's just to sort of show you some of the decks that sort of come when you download Eclectic Tarot. Okay, you've got some choices, basically. Or you could download it without any decks at all and just put in 3 that you want, if you're going to do the free. Okay, if you want to pay for your software like I have, then you're going to be able to put it onto your different devices. You're going to, different laptop, PC. I'm talking about devices. And what you're going to do is you're going to be able to create some creations that you've created yourself, like I have here. Self-created decks. Let's see. Photo tarot that I made. I mean, this is just for fun. Again, it's just a deck that I made for fun, and oops, it's just a major arcana card deck. Oh, it's mucking around. It's being a bit stubborn. And just used some old photos of me, some photos of scenery. So as you can see, so again, whoops, So these are my creations. So you've got some that come automatically with the software. Then you can create your own, which is really cool. But the other option too is that you can actually download tarot, oracle, Lenormand. Let's go into the Lenormand that come with it, like the Space Age Lenormand. I love this. I mean, it's a bit different. You're not going to get the original Lenormand meanings or anything like that. It's about you create your own meanings and that with the deck. So that's all fun. Okay, now let's I mean, it's so much fun. So you can see you've got the decks there. And then what you could do is you could edit card notes. So what you do is you then go in, you look at the card that you're doing. And so in this case here, let's have a look. So you've got the card that says message. So you type in here the card name, which is message. Import names for choose deck. Sorry. Okay, so you type in message. Today a message could be arriving that influences you in some way. Receiving a message through mail, email, text, phone, or any other type of communication. Are you listening to your inner self? I mean, these are the things that you could type in. And then you could type in a reverse message if you wanted to. Then you apply. And then you click on the next card. So good news. Oops, type the name of the card in. News. And so you type in, today you receive good news from someone in some form. Make it easy. Today you receive good news from someone in some form. Easy. Okay, next card is foreign woman. So you type in foreign woman, and then you go foreign woman, a woman that is not of your lands, comes from another place. Oops, I forgot to apply the other one. Did I? Yep. Oh, it's applied. Right, cool. The next one, inconstance. And then you've got journey. I've got to work out what inconstance. I'm not going to do that right now because my brain is not working that way. Journey today. Journey is taken. Their journey is taken on some level in some form. Easy done. So I'm not going to go through and do them all, but anyway, it gives you an idea of what you can do. Okay, so let's gather these cards here. Now, let me show you some of the oracle decks that arrive that you can download from let's do some of the animal decks that arrive that you can download from oops, not the physical, whoops. Animal power. Oops, I meant to close. There we go. The animal things come up. I didn't really want that. But yeah. So, as you can see, so you got dolphin, dog, squirrel. And so you can create your own meanings. I'm actually not sure. Maybe pop-up notes. So, oh, maybe there's no pop-up notes. I'm not sure. You could create your own, put it that way. Edit card note. Yeah, you'd have to create your own. So what does panther mean to you? What is squirrel? So you'd have to work out, maybe you go through and see, like dog is loyalty, squirrel is gathering, panther could be patience in a way. I just get a sense of just sort of waiting, independent. I mean, you can find out what those meanings are and type them in yourself. So those are sort of things that you can do. So here you got, but like I said, you got panther deck. Now, the other thing, now let me just gather this up, because the other thing, it does come with some, oops, didn't mean to do that. Gather that back up again. Okay, it does come with some spreads. Now, we've got, does come with a 3-card spread. So let's just do that. We'll just allow it to do its thing. And then we get 3 cards come in. It goes down there. And we've got the dolphin. Oh, here we go. Look. The dolphin says past, present, influence. Oh, this is the spread. So the spread that we're using here is the past events and influences that have played an important part in bringing about the current situation, perhaps including those that brought one to the need for the question in the first place. The effect of these events influences on the past. So it could be today we're thinking about play, breathing. Dolphin can talk about having some fun, being loyal to oneself, and maybe by gathering the information that you need. For me, that's what I'm getting here, is that sense of you're collecting, you're hoarding, what's important to you by being loyal to yourself. I think being loyal to yourself is really important here, but also having a sense of balance between the gathering and the play, having some fun. So there is that sense of maybe remembering to have some balance here. But by being loyal to yourself, it's important to have some balance in regards to having the play, having the fun, and the gathering, the hoarding, or the gathering of the stuff that's important to you. So there you go. So like I said, you've got that. So let me just go and do, let's choose another deck. Gather this again, gather the cards. Got to remember to keep putting the cards away. Let's have a look at decks, and we're looking at other decks, of course. Let's do tarot decks that I've got here. Let's do the vintage ones that are on the website. So we've got, like I said, go through tarot, got vintage, and say we've got, let's do the Orphalese 10 deck. Okay, so I'm going to do, now the spread that I'm going to do is actually the Celtic cross, right? So as you can see, takes it in, there we've got 10 cards. Now we're going to go through and we're going to look at each one. So the first one is we've got here, the covering, where the questioner is at this moment in time. The important events, issues, attitudes, or fluences around the question or current situation. And we get the Joker, the blank card. In other words, at the moment, we're open to all sorts of things. It feels like we've got the start of all sorts of interesting new beginnings, new possibilities. We've got a clean slate, basically, at the moment in time. It's really important that we sort of have some fun, we enjoy life, thing like that. Okay, so the next card we're looking at here is the crossing, the card that crosses it. So what crosses one for good or for bad? Current obstacles, problems, conflicts, and opposition at this time. And so it might, with the Nine of Cups, we've got that sense of a wish being fulfilled. So maybe we're not really, because it's the card that's crossing it, okay, and we're looking at the obstacles, could be current obstacles or problems, conflicts, in opposition that the questioner must deal with, but it can be helpful and constructive as well. So it's about, maybe with the Nine of Cups, it feels like, you know, we've got this wish that we want, but we feel conflicted with it in some way. Maybe it's not really going the way we got this wish, but it's not really happening for us. Okay, so next card we've got here is past events or influences from the most recent past. Okay, so we've got Nine of Knives, which is about stress. Nine of Swords is about stress, worry, conflict, you know, that sense of everything that's sort of weighing you heavily on you. It is that sense of everything's stressful and worrying. Feels like it's a bit of a nightmare with things that are going on. Next, we have the Crown. The questioner's hopes or fears, their mental and emotional state regarding the query, also seen by some as the best can be achieved or attained. This is actually upside down. This needs to be fixed. Okay, so it feels like it's, I felt it was like upside down. So anyway, so here we have the Six of Sticks, which to me is victory and success. So we're hoping for victory and success, but we're afraid of it not happening in a way. Okay. Next, we have the Root, the past events or influences that have played an important part in bringing about the current situation. So the root of it says Page of Knives. So maybe a truth, expecting the truth to happen, having a sense of integrity, having that sense of, yeah, I just feel like the truth, expecting the truth, maybe influenced what's going on right now. So the next one is the future influences. So Five of Knives, maybe feeling like we have won, that we're not feeling defeated in some way. We're hoping that a sense of achievement in some way will come into play, overcoming any challenges or conflicts. Next, we have the questioner. So the questioner's attitude and how they relate, and it's the Star. So we're talking about the sense of the light, the light out of the darkness, that sense of being guided, letting our true self shine through. Our spirituality, emotional issues and things can come into play here. I do feel it's very much about letting our true self shine through, having that sense of focusing on our spiritual journey here. Next, we've got the Fool. So we had the Joker, now we've got the Fool. So we had that blank slate thing, right? So now we're going into how other people maybe see me as someone who, bit of free-spirited, people might view the matter at hand as though, this is called the House card. So how other people around the questioner affect and view matters in hand. So they might see me as someone who, or see the situation as new beginning, stepping out of the void into the light path, maybe having some carefree time. Next, we have the inside, the questioner's hopes, fears, and expectations with regard to the question or the current situation. So Seven of Cups is that sense of having to choose, knowing I've got it. My fear is I've got so much to choose from that I can't make a clear decision. Always scared to if I do make the decision, is it the right one, sort of thing, the right choice. There's so many options available. Okay, next is the eventual outcome. Opportunities arise. With the King of Pentacles, talks about opportunities arising. Maybe you've been offered a sense of a opportunity. Maybe you've been thinking about a business situation that seems really important at this time. So as you can see, doing the cards like this. Now, I'm not using meanings from books, or I'm not using meanings from the cards or anything like that. I mean, I can create my own cards, no problem at all. But you are using your own intuition to sort of work out what the cards could mean in a reading, and and what they sort of stand out. Then you can look and go, well, there's quite a immediately we've got a lot about swords, knives. So it's a lot about the mental communication, thoughts, idea. There's a few major arcana there, which does talk about that sense of being a little bit of an impact. It's not huge. We have a couple of cups, so it could be emotional in some aspect. Does feel like there is a not a lot of passion. It could be a little bit of, there's emotion, but it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming. It doesn't feel like it's an overwhelming emotion. It does feel very mental, very thoughts. Maybe not a lot of practical approach going on here. Maybe it's a reminder to sort of stay grounded. Now, we do have some court cards here, so we might be influenced by a couple of people here. It is quite minor. Again, not a lot of majors. So yeah, when you look at the cards in some way, it does give you a chance to sort of have a look. Numerologically, we've got nines seem to sort of stand out a little bit here. We do have the nines, a couple of nines. Anything else is pretty one step at a time. Not, I took out one step at a time because I got 5, 6, and 7. Got no 8s, but we do go 9s. We do have no 10, but we do have 11. So you sort of got, it's a reminder, one step at a time, and then suddenly you jump and you're going, hey, wait a minute, slow down a little bit. You don't have to be in such a hurry. Take your time over the journey as well before you get this opportunity that you want. So you can have a look and see. So anyway, let's pull this deck out again. So this is one of the decks that you can download from Orphalese.net, of course. So let's gather the cards all back up. So it's interesting, isn't it? So let me have a look at some of the other creations, other decks. Cartomancy. So we've got so like this is sort of like a playing card set that let me just pull out some of the cards. So you can see Joker of Pumpkins, Jack of Pumpkins, Ten of Pumpkins. Oh, skulls, I mean, sorry. Skull. What's wrong with me, pumpkins? The skulls. And bats. And cats. Yep. So we've got skulls and bats and cats, and there's your pumpkins. That's what I wanted to show you. So I knew there was pumpkins in there, but it just didn't come out yet. Okay, so we've got the Jack of skulls. So we're talking about that sense of being soulful. I feel like that's very much about love. Your skulls are about love, right? Pumpkins is your pentacles, which is your wealth and well-being. Then you've got your cats,